So welcome back to Decoy Noise. Today we're going to be going over a couple Ask Reddit threads, which are Redditors who live in countries that got put on lockdown. What are the things you wish you could have bought or done before the quarantine? And then also, to those that live in Italy, how's the situation right now with the coronavirus and lockdown? So if you're brand new to my channel, please subscribe down below. A lot of my new subscribers are counting off which number they are, which is actually really helpful for me. It helps me kind of track my growth over the time. If you haven't already been to the channel, wow, that's a weird way to phrase it, but if you haven't been to my channel, I'm doing some live Reddit reads. We're just trying to keep it casual, so I don't really want to do too many of these coronavirus and lockdown things. I'll just do this last post right here, but then we're just gonna laugh at entitled parents ask Reddit threads and relationship drama. So let's just get right into this one right now. So, a guy that has a username that I'm not going to read out has, honestly, home improvement supplies. I've been home for a week and we'll be home for 3 more, and it would have been a great time to do some minor renovations I've always wanted to do. See, that's why you come to Reddit, because I'm not a good reader sometimes, and I'm not a robot voice, so let's just kind of keep it moving. You always need one more of this and one more of it. Dang it, I forgot that. LOL. Yes, all home renovations are just trips to the liquor store again. Or not the liquor, oh my god, liquor store. The grocery store, the Home Depot and everything. Next reply, right? No do-it-yourself home improvement project is complete without at least 3 trips to your local home improvement store. Oh my gosh, there it is right there, yeah. Next reply is, gotten my PC fix. It broke the day before we got quarantined. Wow, so that's pretty rough. That guy has, like, he doesn't have any access to anything. The next guy, I'm in Sweden and I have the corona. Dad is coming by to deliver food tomorrow, but I wish I had some soda so that I drink more. Water is harder to inhale large amounts of. Mostly I'm too tired to do anything though. That sounds rough, but I mean, if you're sick and you need water, I don't think that soda's the answer, but I guess any fluids? It kind of reminds me when Kobe Bryant was really pushing, what was it, Sprite all the time, but I feel like Sprite was like the last thing you needed right after playing a very high contact sport. Oh, the next reply is, good luck to you from Canada. Okay, good. Everybody's kind of coming together in this hard time. Oh, okay, so we got a Korea reply. Here in Korea, we've been practicing social distancing for about a month. While I really don't have any problems like that, I can tell you that I'm lucky to have a fun hobby I can enjoy by myself, playing music. My bass chops are just back to where they were before I became a serious adult, doing serious adult things instead of hanging out with degenerates playing weird music all the time. Okay, so everybody's kind of get to revert to childhood where you just don't have to... You don't have these crazy responsibilities. You don't gotta sit in 2 hours driving to work and 8 hours at work, or 9 hours in some cases, and you just kind of kick back, play video games, play music. The reply to that was, I've been practicing social distancing my entire life. My time to shine. I get that. So yeah, a lot of hermits, a lot of introverts are having a good time right now. The reply to that was, shine on, you crazy diamond. Okay, so next reply. Ooh, another Korea reply. I'm in Korea, have been inside with my 3 kids and wife since mid-February. We're not under mandatory quarantine, but I'm fortunate enough to not have to go to work and have been off for 3 months now. Most people are staying in and avoiding social gatherings, but there is no panic shopping. I can get everything I need, no problem. I see people unable to get toilet paper in the West. I really recommend getting a bidet toilet seat. They're just awesome. Plague or not, my kids are very young, so we mostly just read books, act them out, and have sword fights all day. Learn a skill or a hobby, learn to cook, read, play instruments, but mostly stay healthy. Eat healthy, sleep, exercise at home, limit or eliminate school consumption. No, it says alcohol consumption. This is a dangerous time. Don't buy at the store. There are other people who need food and essentials. Buy bulk rice, flour, and bread making ingredients, things like this. You can go for walks at night if you really want to avoid people and get some air. See, one thing I will say right now is over in America, at least, they're doing quarantines in some places where it's like after 10 p.m. you can't go out, so I guess we won't be as fortunate as them over there. Who knows what's gonna happen over in Los Angeles, but that's just some food for thought. And then he ends the comment with, maybe this was helpful, I don't know, just use common sense, stay safe, enjoy family, rediscover communication. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Everybody's just back in the old days where there was no internet, where you just kind of had to have discussions with people and actually eat food and not watch Netflix. Reply to that was, it makes me fear for my Western country how contrasting your advice is to all the Westerners saying alcohol, weed, toilet paper. This is true. Everybody's out there buying stuff. They're just trying to pass the time. Everybody has their own comfort zone. I understand that. Not passing judgment on anybody. So, next reply is, I live in Beijing and have been inside pretty much since the 21st of January. Jeez. Hasn't been terrible. Toilet paper is in good supply before it started. Food wasn't too bad either. Was able to have food delivered. If you don't have that as an option, I recommend getting some canned food. Just getting a little bored staying inside all the time. I've gotten really good at the games I have on Switch. Watch everything that looks interesting on my TV streaming service. Probably going to watch some more stuff online. Thankfully, I have a VPN so I can come on Reddit and YouTube. Other than that, everything's been getting better than expected. Or going better than expected. Yeah, honestly, I feel like I got my PlayStation games lined up. I got my Switch games lined up. I got my Netflix stuff. We're making a list right now of the things we want to watch. I think Frozen just released early, or Frozen 2 just released early on Disney Plus. So we're kind of looking forward to it, but I can see a weekend we're going to be like bored of it. Reply to that says, also in China, similar experience. Have been playing through Dragon Quest and the new Fire Emblem DLC on the Switch myself. The reply was, I got Mario Party a few days ago to play with my wife, and she's been getting bored too. First time I ever saw her rage quit a game. Well worth it. Yeah, that's gonna be a scary time if you're playing Mario Party at home during a quarantine where you can't leave, because this is the most ridiculous game to play. There's no skill involved. Anybody can win. The game cheats. Okay. So, the reply to that was, love playing Mario Party with my wife. If you want to see her rage quit even more, get Overcooked 2. Might force you to rage quit also. This guy's just actually trying to sabotage his quarantine. He's sabotaging his relationship. Overcooked 2 is not the team building game you think it is. Reply to that was, might survive COVID-19 to get murdered because of Overcooked. Yes, it's very true. So, we're kind of going through this right now. Overcooked 2 is ultimate test of a marriage strength. Yes, I believe that is very true. But let's get to the next one where we're getting a lot of Korean Beijing stories, which is very interesting. But let's get to the next thread, which is I'm trying to do both of the quarantine ones in this very serious thread and then just get back to silliness. So the one extra post we're going to do today is, to those that live in Italy, how is the situation right now with the coronavirus and lockdown? So let me just plug my channel real quick. If you've made it this far, please consider subscribing. We're just going to have a lot more fun. We're going to be doing some nonsense stuff. I'll probably be posting maybe 2 or 3 times a day, being at home all the time. So I just get to the top reply, which is, I'm in a final year medic and I'm graduating on Thursday over Skype. Wow. That sucks. Hey, maybe he's been in there for like 10 years and all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, no walking, no ceremony, just Skype. I can kind of see that being a bummer, but also I'm hearing over in Korea that it's like, was it Korea where they said like, oh, if you're your final year of nursing, you just get graduated and pushed through? Correct me in the comments below, but I believe I've heard that where they're just saying, hey, we need medics, we need nurses, just go out there and do it. The reply to that comment was, can you update us how that will go though? Are you going to wear the graduation robe and stand in front of your webcam? Is the certificate scroll of acceptance going to be symbolized by you pressing F or any other alphabetical key on the keyboard? Is a valedictorian still going to give a speech through Skype? For all that think that and say only Americans do this, I'm not American. I'm from Southeast Asia, and that's how bachelor's graduation ceremony goes over here. Okay, so good. I hate how everybody always needs to pile on and get angry over things. You can literally in the comment section of my posts too be saying nice friendly things and people will still pile on and get angry at you. It's the weird thing of the internet, the anonymity that pushes that. So graduations in Italy work different to normal graduations. So normally it's supposed to go, it's an exam in theory. So since you walk in after writing your thesis and present that to your panel, your professors, they then deliberate and you're given a score out of 8 or 9 depending on your university or your average. To add up your final total at 110, then you wear this wreath on your head and take photos with the family and have your party, etc., etc. The certificate itself comes from Rome, I think, and you have to collect it at a later date. What's different is I present my thesis in my dorm room with no family members visiting, with no celebration after. I don't know what a valedictorian is. Okay, so maybe I guess the word graduation, this is like finals in America, not necessarily graduation, but I guess as a party, so I don't know. I'm speaking out of a turn because I don't know much about graduating medical school, obviously. So the next post is, a girl finally said yes to me for a first date a day before the lockdown. She lives in another region, so press F. Maybe she knew then the lockdown was happening. It's like, yeah, I'll date you, whatever. Oh, I got a boyfriend while I'm locked down, I'm sorry. Reply, oh my gosh, this guy got so many awards for this. A girl, I live in the heart of a Lombardy region. All my family has it and my granduncle died. People just stay home and that's it. There's not much to do and the shops are closed. You can hear ambulances all day and night. My uncle is in the hospital with a high fever. His wife got it as well, but she's at home as her symptoms are milder. My cousin is taking care of her and she is miraculously she is fine. However, her grandpa died and she couldn't even go to visit him. Her grandma is sick as well and she can't see her either because she can't see her dad. Hospitals are closed. The available hospital beds in intensive care have run out and doctors are making tough choices for who to try to save, which is terrifying considering most of my family is old and they may not get a bed. Doctors are overworked and tired. Since I know many people that work in the hospital, they're sharing with me these gruesome pics of people that have recovered in the intensive care unit. They are intubated and it's just a sad view. Hospitals are so full of people on life support because coronavirus people are amassed in the corridors and they lack rooms. My friend who gets people with the ambulance is working nonstop to get people who are in critical conditions. People just keep on saying it's the flu. Yeah, sure, but a flu without having a vaccine can be quite dangerous. The youngest person I know that has it, he's in his 40s and had 40 degrees Celsius temperature for 2 weeks straight and counting. I'm guessing this is going to be around 103 degrees, 102, which is notable. 40 degrees Celsius, I'm not sure what that is. Don't catch it. It's really not fun even if your immune system is strong. Trust me on this. I've seen the repercussions on my family firsthand. No churches open and public events are held or public events are held. Since Italy is primarily populated by old people, we are used to see the streets being empty and everything being quiet. He says quiet. Now everything's just quieter. They couldn't even hold the funeral for her grandpa. My grandma woke up sick and I truly hope she has something else. So many people in my city have it and yet they keep on going around the city and spreading it. It's incredible. Some people go to the supermarket and get out of it with tons of food so they don't need to go shopping again. Others, like my grandma, go every day because how else is she going to get fresh bread? Luckily, we have convinced her that she cannot go anymore and she said from tomorrow she won't leave the house. This Sunday, she had to go to church to confess. The town priest has been taken to the hospital today because he catched coronavirus and he is in critical condition. I wonder if his death count will go up because the hospitals are overfilled. Rumor has it that my cousin's grandma got it because she was in the hospital being treated because she broke her back, and now I can't be sure about this, so this is just our personal speculation based on no real evidence, so we don't take my word for it. First cases of people younger than 25 are on life support. So, I mean, I guess it's good that we finally got to this thread right here because, like I said, I want to keep my channel lighthearted. It would be an escape from all the serious stuff. But, I mean, a lot of people, employees that I know included, just, they aren't concerned with it. They think it's being overblown. But, I mean, if this is a real story right here, this is something to not take lightly. So hopefully we're all staying indoors. We're being sick. We got bought supplies early on. I'd hate to give him a plug because I know that he's a very polarizing figure, but that guy, I forget his name right now, but a podcaster I watch, he told us way in advance to get prepared. So, I mean, hopefully you guys did too. So let's go reply over here saying, I'm so sad for your loss and hope that you and your family can stay safe and well. Let's hope that all of this is temporary as it can be. I know it won't make a difference, but I'll be lighting a candle for your granduncle, your uncle, his wife, and her grandpa, and just pray that everyone that battles this will be okay. Hang in there. Again, I'm so sorry for your loss. And here's the thing is, there's some polarizing stuff in this comment right here, but you know what? It's everybody's just doing well wishes. Let's all just be on the same side right now for once. Jeez. Next reply. Right now I'm in an office in Tuscany, 20 miles away from my home. This morning at 7 a.m. we haven't had any problems moving around, but I don't know how things will be outside my workplace. There are a lot of different informations about what you can and cannot do from the media, so I'm here I'm here hoping not to get sick and still be capable at least to move home tonight and maybe back to work in the next few days. Some say life goes on like always, others say everything is compromised. I'm just here waiting for things to develop. I have friends in northern Italy quarantined in their homes, my mom in the hospital working with face masks and generally people freaking out. They say grocery shopping will be guaranteed, so overall I'm not worried about it. Maybe there's a chance to have some days off and enjoy my home and some games. Unrequested update. At 6 p.m., while working, I got a document to show the police officers if we get stopped while coming home from commune, something like U.S. municipalities, to another. In this document, we declare who we are and why we aren't in our home. You can move by car, bike, whatever if you have to meet your family, older people need care, children, and so on. Or go to work. Every other reason is forbidden. Right now, you can still go around the commune where you can live without almost any problem. You have to keep a distance from people around you. Traffic is quite low compared to last weekend, for example, but people still do their things. Lots of non-fundamental services are closed, but you can still go to a pharmacy, hospital, gas stations, big workplaces like industries. Social life is paused. Almost everything else is active in my life. Yeah, I think that it's like a lot of things like, as of right now, Apple, Nike, Patagonia, Urban Outfitters. I'm getting a lot of emails of companies that are just closing for time being, which is maybe it's the right choice, maybe it's not. I don't know about that, but just the idea that it's like, he's Nike's a multi-billion-dollar company, but multi-billion-dollar companies are closing, and then you have what's some mayor over in Oklahoma City, I think, saying hey, look, I'm over in the bar with my family, come out and support local business. It's like, I feel like that's going to be like that Rudy Gobert thing when he was touching all the microphones and all the media stuff. That may or may not age well. Maybe he's going to be able to laugh in our face saying, hey man, it wasn't a big deal, and maybe it's going to not age well, or they're going to throw it in his political career face for the rest of his life. Let's do one more reply right here, because this is from Korea. We never had lockdown in Seoul, Korea. I think because every COVID-19 related workers were doing their job greatly. We live a daily life as usual, mostly. The evident difference is that the companies, some industries are in serious stressful circumstances and financial. Due to everything has been postponed or canceled, or manufacturing delay, lots of supplies are supposed to be imported from China. Some major corporations will order their employees to work from their home for a few weeks as a precaution. During that period, there was no traffic in the city. It was weird. Yeah, I'm starting to see that right now with all the schools being canceled in my area. I'm in Los Angeles. Schools canceled, major businesses telling people to work from home, and it's like no traffic. Every day is like driving around at midnight. It's crazy. So I promise you, everything going forward is just going to be fun Reddit talks, Reddit reads, entitled parents, relationships, everything, drama, guests, whatever. It's just going to be a relaxing time to come over here. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We're doing a little celebration on the screen right now because you made it to the end of my longer than usual video. But check out the video over there. Drop comments down below. And if you are subscribed, let me know which number you are. And hopefully we can all get through this together.